Welcome to the Dating Kinky Podcast, a cast about love, sex, romance, and kink. Last weekend, I had no sex. I got to spend time with 8 different people that I enjoy having sex with, and that I assume enjoy having sex with me, and no sex. In fact, I'd even scheduled sex with my partner, but instead of sex, we ended up having an amazing discussion and talk about, well, stuff, including the current state of our non-monogamy. I had a date with a hot man even, and we talked and cuddled and reconnected and had a damn fine time. But no sex. And I'm not complaining, and I'm not saying that I missed it. I didn't really. I love the teasing and the flirting and the talking and the cuddling just as much as sex. It's as important and as needed. And it's all a part of how I do non-monogamy. Even though my non-monogamy really started for the sex, it's so much more than that for me and for many others. And that's what I'm talking about today in an excerpt from my book, It's Not Cheating, It's Ethical and Consensual Non-Monogamy, a feel-good guide to dating, mating, and relating in multiples. But when do we get to the sex? Sex? Who told you there would be sex? Oh, right. That's what most people think of when they hear the word non-monogamy. An immoral, bacchanalic lifestyle of all the sex you can take, like it's a buffet. And to be honest, it is in some ways, at least for many of us. But that's not all it is. In fact, even for those of us who very specifically enjoy the sex parts of non-monogamy, it's still not even the most of living the life. Just like sex is not the bulk of your life. Or is it? How? Sex is rarely the bulk of anyone's life and relationships, monogamous or not. Work, friendships, sleeping, eating, kids, finances, puzzles, even Ted Lasso ultimately get in the way. Non-monogamy is not nonstop orgies. Although for some people it may be orgies once in a while. It's not dating many multiples of blissful, exciting people, except for when it is. It's not never being lonely. It's often not being lonely. Sometimes it's even needing space and being alone. It's not jet-setting around the world footloose and fancy-free, except, sometimes it is. It's more often figuring out childcare and working around busy work schedules and life, just multiplied in complexity. Signing legal forms, rearing children, cleaning up puppy poop, realizing that you double booked, or that you need alone time, getting to date night totally exhausted, feeling too ill to play or too overworked, small and large dramas, laughter and tears, craving cuddles or hot sex and finding it everywhere or, sometimes nowhere. Non-monogamy. It's your life, just with a bigger cast. What are your thoughts? For those of you who are monogamous, what do you think non-monogamy is? Or what did you think it was before you learned better? For those of you who are non-monogamous, what do people think it is when you tell them? What were you surprised to learn yourself as you grew in the life? Thank you for joining me today. If you loved this episode, please share it with others who would enjoy it. And please do join me at datingkinky.com and on our new apps available in the Google Play and Apple App Stores. It's built by Kinksters, for Kinksters, poly, queer, trans folk, and anyone not quite vanilla, and it's free. Find me on FetLife as Nookie Notes, and on Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, and Medium as Dating Kinky. We're on Instagram as Dating Kinky Official, all one word. Have a kinky day, and I'll catch you next episode.